So here we are in Chandigarh's Sector 17. So we got the football pitch, and over to the left is where they're building the skateboard park. There's the big flag, there's the big tower. We've got another football pitch over here, netted in. And then an interesting building. It looks like it's definitely going with a Corbusier theme. And then the tower out there. There's a lot of high tech going into Chandigarh. They want to make this a smart city. So I don't know if they've officially got 5G yet, or if they're in the 4G plus range. That looks pretty powerful there. And on the rooftops over here, those might be solar panels over to the left. I've noticed that a lot of the buses here are electric. I believe a lot of the auto rickshaws, excuse me, the tuk-tuks, that they are electric. I'm guessing that a lot of the motor scooters are as well. Now this leads to the issue of lithium batteries and the complications. Like I wonder how that's going to work out with the monsoons, since there seems to be a combustibility issue. And this is what I've heard. I don't know this for sure, but this isn't. While you will see a lot of cameras in Chandigarh compared to other areas in India, it's not a hardcore surveillance state at this point. From what I noticed, this is it's a very clean city, a very organized city, a very green city. Trees and park space everywhere. As I mentioned, over to the left of the pitch, they're building a skateboard park. I don't know if that's also dual use with BMXers. I know that there can be some conflicts sometimes between the bikers and the skaters. At least there used to be back in the day. But anyway, you'll find this is a pretty walkable city. It's not congested. It doesn't feel like I don't feel stressed out, like honking all the time. There's not a ridiculous amount of traffic. I think it's about 1 million people, maybe 1 million plus. It's a growing city, but it's not overwhelming at all. Place where you can get some really great food. It's reasonable. Like if you're a backpacker, you might blow your budget a bit in Chandigarh with the hotels and with the food. You might go a bit over budget, but it can also be a relief after you've been dealing with some of the stresses of, say, the Gangetic Plains, the big cities, and like say Jaipur, say Lucknow, say Delhi, etc. You might come here and chill out on your way into the mountains when you're headed up to say McLeodganj or Shimla, Manali, up to Ladakh. This is a good place to stop off and catch your breath. It's a very concrete city, according to Le Corbusier's vision, which you'll see in his capital complex. And this concrete, one of the problems is that they're not necessarily all properly ventilated, and you'll notice, look in here, you'll see all the AC, all the air conditioning units. So there's lots of AC, and these aren't central air units. And so the concrete, it gets hot, and it's not well ventilated. So now they do have the benefit of having a very green city, like I mentioned, which is definitely a good thing. But I'll discuss in another video a little bit about what I noticed with Le Corbusier. But I do kind of appreciate that there seems to be an effort to tie in with this theme. See, you can see a couple more towers, so they're moving into a high-tech era here, which has its pros and its cons. Certainly lots of cons, and lots of pros. If you give it a gander, give it some consideration. One of the locals. So Anyway, I'm just wandering through Chandigarh, appreciating it here. Yeah, but that's one of the drawbacks I notice is, like, you know, these concrete monstrosities, which do have elements that I like, but on the whole, you know, I'm not like, I appreciate architecture and a lot of the modernist stuff. It almost seems like Corbusier, like he's kind of like maybe this is a wrong way of thinking about it, because I don't have the vocabulary and the knowledge base to break it down, but he seems like if Picasso did architecture. So it's kind of like very Picasso-like to me. So we're in Sector 17, headed out. I don't know if this is Himalaya Marg. Not sure. It's a walkable city, and it's not overwhelming. Like I said, it's pretty relaxed. Met a lot of nice people through here. There's lots of tuk-tuks, get you around. So anyway, I'll go ahead and draw this one to a close. But little taste of Chandigarh.